mysterious doors that should never be opened. Number 1. The basement of the Taj Mahal. This 16th century monument has 2 floors of a basement that the public can't access. This is due to the hallways being sealed with marble. And if the doors were to open, that marble would be exposed to oxygen, causing the entire building to collapse. Number 2. The Great Sphinx of Giza. 2 sealed chambers were found under the arms of the monument 4,500 years ago. It is believed that inside that chamber there are secret scrolls that explain how they actually built the pyramids. Not to mention records of Atlantis, which is the mythical hidden continent. And number 3, the Tomb of the Lost Emperor. In 1974, the mausoleum of Qin Shi Huang, who was the first Chinese emperor, was discovered, and an army of 8,000 soldiers was also found. However, to this day, the emperor's tomb has never been opened, because it's believed that inside is filled with highly toxic mercury.
Here are 3 secrets that Disneyland doesn't want you to know. For the longest time, rumor had it that all the bones on the Pirates of the Caribbean ride were actually real. And in 2014, someone interviewed an employee that worked at that ride. She said the skeleton that sits above the bed in the treasure room is actually made of real bones. Underneath Disneyland, there's a massive network of secret underground tunnels. The idea is to keep the magic alive by hiding the characters when they're not supposed to be seen. It's also used by ambulances and police. They try to be as secretive as possible so nobody in the park gets alarmed. Disney releases a vanilla scent throughout the park through these things called smellifiers. They kind of look like speakers. This scent is scientifically proven to relax people and make people more hungry, so they'll spend more money on food. At the main entrance, they use the smell of popcorn. The Haunted Mansion is made to smell musty, and at the Pirates of the Caribbean, they release the smell of wet wood and sea salt.
Here are 4 secrets the airline industry does not want you to know. Since airlines are super stingy about money, they only fill the plane up just enough to make it to its destination. This keeps the airplane lighter so it costs less money to fly. And if you're ever stuck in a storm for a long period of time, you're more than likely gonna have to do an emergency landing. And you may already know this, but planes actually have a fully functional autopilot system. It's pretty much turned on the entire flight, so the pilots can take turns resting. So yeah, you've probably been 30,000 feet up with literally no one watching the plane. And whatever you do, never drink the coffee served inside the plane. Studies show most of the water is dirty that they use. The water tank that it comes from has most likely never been cleaned.
I'm gonna teach you 4 ways that you can hack your body. Number 1, if your arms ever fall asleep, just shake your head like this and it will go away like nothing. Number 2, if you really have to go to the bathroom but there's no place to go, just scratch the back of your calf as hard as you can. This will actually stall your brain and you'll forget you ever had to go. Number 3, if you ever have trouble falling asleep, just blink your eyes as fast as you can for 1 minute. This will tire out your eyes and make it easier for you to fall asleep. Number 4, if you ever want to activate night vision, go on your phone in a dark room and then cover one eye for 30 seconds. Then look around the room and enjoy being Superman. This man became best friends with a penguin, but you won't believe what happened to him. The story began when 60-year-old Joel found a penguin washed up on shore, covered in oil and barely alive. So he washed him off and started feeding him and caring for him every day. They spent 11 months bonding together and Joel finally named him Jing Jing. But one day Jing Jing swam off in a different direction and Joel was heartbroken because he lost his best friend. Before I continue, I just found a game where you can grow and breed your own dragons. Just press the link in my bio if you want to play it too. But a few months later, Jing Jing came back to visit, and every couple months he'll swim off, but he always comes back to visit his best friend. Here are 4 signs that you could be a genius. Number 1, you forget simple things. A brilliant mind is always overflowed with thoughts and ideas, which means you could be a little bit scatterbrained and forget things easily. Number 2, you overthink everything. You're probably stressed all the time because you always have a question in your head. Number 3, you question everything. You probably find yourself asking some pretty deep questions, like where does a thought go when it's forgotten? Number 4, you talk to yourself. Studies have found that talking to yourself is actually a sign of higher intelligence. Now comment if you're a genius.
Here's what your fingernails actually say about you scientifically. If you have pale nails, this could be a sign you have a serious illness, like liver disease or heart failure. Yellow nails are usually a sign you have a fungal infection, but it could also indicate something much more serious, like lung cancer or even diabetes. If your nails have tiny little holes in them, this could mean you have arthritis or eczema. And if you have dark lines beneath your nails, go to the doctor immediately. This could be a sign of melanoma, which is a dangerous skin cancer. answer. Here are the 3 craziest car transformations of all time. This is the world's first real flying car. A Japanese company called SkyDrive just had their first successful flight and drive. The car was manned by 1 pilot and flew for about 30 minutes before coming down. Then they drove it for an hour right on the highway. But the craziest part is they said they want to officially release it as early as 2023. And Apple literally just filed a patent for their first car. The car allegedly will have 0 windows so no one can see you inside. And the way you actually drive it is using an Apple virtual headset. These would render virtual windows for the passengers so you can still see outside. The price reportedly will be over $400,000. But before I show you the craziest car, you can transform your own car using the Crossout mobile app. You can weaponize your car and battle other cars, access crazy vehicles like these ones, and level up and improve your cars if you win battles. You can also invite your friends to play against you or battle the AI in the game. The best part is it's completely free. If you want to play too, just press the link in my bio and use promo code Blondie to access cool bonuses and add-ons. The craziest car is this one. It's called the XE47. It looks like some sort of UFO and doesn't even have wheels. This is the most expensive school in the entire world. Institut La Rosey is located in Switzerland and only the world's richest parents can afford to send their kids there. School starts at 8 and ends at 3:30 just like any other school, but the best part is that they get served food and drinks from professional chefs in between classes. After school, students must play at least 1 hour of sports every single day. The thing is, you can literally pick any sport. They have fencing, tennis, horseback riding, and even ski jumping. But if you want to go to this school, you're gonna have to pay the yearly tuition of $130,000.
Here's what actually happens when you crack your knuckles. Remember your parents always telling you that if you crack your knuckles, you'll get arthritis? Well, you can tell your parents that it's not true at all. Believe it or not, but cracking your knuckles is actually harmless. Before I tell you why, I found this app that can scan your hands and predict your future. Press the link in my bio if you want to see your future. Now, when you pull a joint in your finger, it's actually just the bubble in between your finger which pops, and it's completely harmless. Disney Easter eggs, part 1. In every single Disney movie, the Pizza Planet truck can be seen except for The Incredibles. Here it is in Toy Story 1. In A Bug's Life, it's right here. Here it is in Toy Story 2. You can see it in Monsters Inc. right here. In Finding Nemo, you can see it right between the bushes here. In Cars, it's in the background right here. In Ratatouille, you can see it way off in the background. In the movie WALL-E, it's right here. In the movie Up, you can see it parked on the road right here. They're riding on the back of it in Toy Story 3. Here it is in Cars 2. In the movie Brave, there's a sculpture of it right here. And here it is in Monsters University. Now send this to a friend who didn't know this.
This lifeguard beat Karen at her own game. Megan was a normal lifeguard working at this public pool in Southern California. They had one rule and one rule only: no outside food or drinks. But like any Karen, one lady thought that the rules just don't apply to her because she showed up at the pool with a Starbucks drink in hand. The lifeguard immediately whistled her down, telling her she can't have that Starbucks in here. Karen was super angry because her Starbucks was the biggest size they had, and those are like $15. But Karen's defense was, oh, the next town over allows food and drinks. But this time the lifeguard screamed at her that she can't bring food or drinks in here. And at that point, Karen snapped. She decided to pour all her coffee into the pool. Turns out that was a pretty stupid decision, as she had now committed a crime disturbing the peace, which is a violation of state law. The lifeguard was able to now call the cops, and Karen was arrested, spending the whole night in jail. Firefighters let this man's house burn down, and the reason why will shock you. And you'll get a cookie if you stay till the end. After a grandson was lighting stuff on fire right beside his house, unsurprisingly, the house caught on fire. They called 911 as the fire was getting out of hand, but the police just wouldn't show up. This is because their location was outside of the county just a little bit. So there was a required $75 fee to actually access the fire service. Before I tell you what happened, I found an app that will literally pay you for every single step you take. And you're already walking 10 to 15,000 steps a day, so you might as well get paid for it. Just press the link in my bio if you want to get paid too. You see, the family couldn't pay that $75 in time, so they let the house burn down. It's an unfortunate situation, and here's the cookie I promised. If you stare at this image for 15 seconds, a woman will appear right in front of you. What I need you to do is stare at the red dot on the woman's nose and try not to blink. Keep staring, and whatever you do, do not look away. This will ensure the woman actually pays you a visit. Are you ready to see her? Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stare at a blank wall or ceiling and blink as fast as you possibly can. There will be a woman floating in front of you. Now comment what you see.